Rock Resort. I want to thank our presenting sponsors, the A's and the Las Vegas Aviators. The next team with us here, the Del Sol Dragons. We have Coach Patrick Ward, joined by 3 seniors, Zeke Hawkins, Timothy Randolph, and Elijah Jennings. Coach, your second year at Del Sol. Where are you now compared to where you were a year ago, and how do you hope to continue to progress?
We're a much different football team. They hired me last year on the 1st of July, and I'm sitting on the couch. I've been doing this for a minute. I used to play Del Sol when I was the head coach of Cheyenne. I think when you look at strengths, you build your football team in the weight room. We've been in there since November 28th. We're a lot stronger. We're still young. I think the program is going in the right direction. Last year I didn't have a staff. This year I have a full staff. So all the positives are there. And it's hard to win at Del Sol. Everybody knows that. But I think it's fixing to happen.
What can you tell us about the 3 guys alongside you today, and what do each of them do that will help you guys win some games?
Well, to the left of me is AJ Jennings. He's our starting running back. To the right of me is Timothy Randolph. He's our starting quarterback. And the guy that snaps the ball is Zeke Hawkins. He's our center. I never have to check their grades. They're never in trouble. Not too much. But they're leaders. They've got to learn to lead the group. And that's one of my biggest struggles at Del Sol. I didn't have that problem in Cheyenne. I didn't have that problem in Las Vegas High School. And I certainly didn't have that problem 32 years in Texas. But it's a very transient school. And what I mean by that is there's ins and outs. We lost 4 or 5 guys that were started on paper. They're gone. People moving in and out, but our core is there. The strength of our football team by far is the offensive line. And we're excited. The last time they won 6 ball games was 2009. That's 15 years ago. So that's not our mark. Our mark's above that. I think it'll be a very, very, very competitive league. And we've got a pretty strong JV staff as well as kids. So we're looking forward to it.
Zeke, the offensive line, Coach said the strength of the team. Obviously, you're the centerpiece of that at center. Well, what's going to make this line a force to be reckoned with?
Well, for the most part, everybody up front really knows what they're doing, has a lot of experience. I think that's going to play a big factor. Also, being in the weight room very often, us getting our strength together, all of the offensive line listens very well, adapt very well. I think all those are going to be key factors in us doing well this year.
Timothy, I asked Coach as a whole how the program had grown in a year. I know you were here last year back. Always a luxury to have a returning quarterback. How have you progressed over the last year in your game?
Well, first off, just progressed by just with my leadership, trying to be better every year with my leadership. I'm not that good as a leader, but I try to just change the attitude and the culture every time I come to practice. Try to be serious and not too much of silly.
AJ, Coach said you guys got in the weight room pretty hard all the way back in November. One of your teammates mentioned it. Has it been a really more focused effort? Have you guys gotten a lot stronger this offseason?
Absolutely. Everyone on my team is lifting hard, going out the weights. They've shown in the weight room that they're getting ready for the season, trying to be more prepared, not get injured. That's what we're preparing for in the weight room. So when we get hit, you don't stay down, get up. So I say we got stronger for sure.
Coach, you have both the quarterback and a running back with you. So how do you split up this offense? How's it going to look this year?
Well, Timothy was my starting running back last year. So, I've got a running back and a quarterback, and I've got a running back that can run. So basically, everybody's a zone read type offense nowadays. 22, 13, 31, spread the field, open up the defense. We're traditional. We're what we call a pro-style offense with the tight end. But we have more weapons. So, the bottom line is real sweet and simple. There's 2 things you have to do in the game. Stop the run and run the ball. Timothy gives us, actually after all these years, he gives me something that I've never had. I've got a quarterback that can pull it and go with it. There's just a lot of different options. And I think basically the bottom line is, okay, he can throw the ball, but he knows how I am. I'm old school. I want to run the ball. When you pack the box, we'll throw the ball. He can do that. We have a couple of really good receivers. But I'm looking forward to it because there are certain things that we read that Timothy can read right now in reference to what they do. I've got a tailback that can throw the ball that's taking the snap from underneath. He's also a quarterback. And he's probably one of the best free safeties in the city. He got a lot of accolades last year. It was a rough year last year, but I didn't have to back up anything. Nobody. My left guard and my left tackle, they never played before. I didn't have backup quarterback, fullback, tailback, or tight end. This year I got depth at every position that have been with us in the weight room because I'm a big believer that, you know, you build your football program in a weight room. And that's what I learned back home. And it starts as soon as football's over. There's an in season, an off season, and off season. And that's what we're trying to do, Bill. So great administration, very supportive. They want to win. Like I tell the kids, in order to win, you have to do what you need to do every day. It's rep after rep after rep. You miss a rep, you never can get that rep back. Timothy's going to be dynamic, so is AJ. Zeke basically makes our calls up front in reference to if they're going to gap us, they're going to stem us, whatever. So we spend a lot of time together. The kids have worked really hard. Bottom line is, and I've been blessed over the years, we don't have injuries. We just don't have injuries. It has a lot to do with what we do in the offseason. So I'm excited. It has to be done now because there's no tomorrow.
Timothy, what's been some of the challenges to taking more responsibility, learning a new position?
Pretty much, it's been easy. It's not, it ain't been that easy, but I don't see no challenge. I feel like I'm prepared, I'm ready, I'm prepped. I've been taking it day by day, just taking it slowly with what's the position and what's the job behind it and the responsibility behind being a quarterback.
Zeke, coach mentioned you're making all the calls up front and trying to get everyone in the right spot. Is that something that came natural to you, or is it more of a learning process to get to where you can recognize all that stuff?
Definitely a learning process, but the more I play, as time goes, it definitely gets easier. Recognizing exactly what's going to happen. Also, watching film very often, it just becomes second nature just to make the calls when you see them.
AJ, what are some of the goals this year? What do you guys hope to accomplish with the team?
Win everything that comes our way. Not get injured, stay safe, and pass the records of past years, past teams. We're surpass that.
Sounds pretty motivating, pretty simple. Coach, we're going to give you for the final word. What are the one or two things that the biggest keys to get to where you want to be and accomplish some of those goals that AJ was talking about?
It's just one day at a time, sweet Jesus, but I will tell you this, okay? The biggest thing that I bring to the table, and these kids can tell you, we're all about discipline. It starts with oneself. A bunch of great kids work really hard. Obviously, the ball's got to bounce our way. But at the end of the day, is it about the game or is it about their lives? You see what I'm saying? And that's why people ask me why I'm still doing it. For the love of the game and for the kids. Because I feel like, as a life coach, which I've spent 48 years doing this, they're my family, 100%. We have bad days, we have good days, but I'm a patient man when it comes to kids. I have a hard time working with adults that act like kids, okay? And having the young staff that I have that do whatever I need to do to benefit the program is where we're at right now. We're going to play teams that are going to outclass us, but are they going to outwork us? That's the important thing. You know, these kids look at film because I make them. We implemented a period in the day, which I did other places in the city. I call it an athletic period, but it's called strength and conditioning. I get them every other day for an hour and a half. I started that at 17 at Cheyenne, and it's a benefit because it shortens their day. We never practice more than an hour and 50 minutes. Some days it's an hour and 15. Reason being, I feel like about after an hour of pushing them, letting them break 2 or 3 times with water, they're done. You're not going to get anything out of anybody, but I think the most important thing is that they realize it's one day at a time. It's going to happen. It has to happen. We have worked too hard for it not to happen. And, you know, nobody expects us to win, so it makes it all that much sweeter when we win. You know, I believe in the 3 W's. We will win.
We will win. I like that. That is the Del Sol High Dragons here at the 2024 Las Vegas Sun High School Football Media Day at Red Rock. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.